saw some friends were getting panels installed, and this friend is very financially aware of things. So I thought, if Dave's going to do that, maybe I should look into it, because we want to save money. And having read in the news about the 3 to 5% increase in electricity every year, I started doing figuring, and over $400 or $500 bill a month for electricity was going to pretty much kill our retirement. So I looked into it, did some research online, found some companies that they were in like a 5 or 6 state area. A couple of them were here, close to Nebraska, Iowa. I went with a company that was already in Omaha working. Gave him a call. A guy came out and explained in certain terms that what they do, what it would help us do. So we went ahead and started the process. Well, during the summer, it was approaching $400 a month with air conditioning and all the other electronics that everybody seems to have nowadays. And that's why it really pushed me, the solar kind of pushed me to looking into it closer, because like I said, I did some figuring, a 3% increase every year, that bill's going to keep going up and up, and we've got a high efficiency AC unit just installed last year, so if we're paying $400, I hate to see what it's going to be in 5 years. The solar panel monthly bill is $148. With that solar panel, we're actually about 40 to 60% efficient as far as making our own electricity. So our bill is like $125, $30, and that includes the $30 OPPD, I believe it's a connection charge that they have. So really we're paying them about $100 a month for electricity, just to make sure that we're in the loop. I guess they're getting their money, but we're saving our money, so we're happy. And we're not reliant on that anymore. Well, like I said, the bills, just figuring what bills were going to go up, and we're both, well, my wife's nearly retired. I am retired. Our income is kind of set, so we don't want to be spending X amount of dollars for electricity that we don't need to really spend. The solar, I've always been kind of a conservative guy. Mm-hmm. We recycle quite a bit. We try to keep our yard as natural as possible. So I'm kind of into ecology. So I figured if solar panels are going to stop some of that problem, then we're in for it. I want to be responsible. The good aspects of solar: the savings, being ecologically responsible. As far as technology, I can open the app and look to see how much generation we're producing each day, how much we're not relying on OPPD. And then there, like cloudy days, we're producing a lot less, but we've still earned some credit back by not having to, have them 100% supplying our electrical needs. The only negative is it doesn't supply power when power goes out. And it doesn't have a backup unless you spend $40,000, $50,000 to install backup along with it, which would be, for me, that would just been a no way at all could I ever do that. Even with financing would have been outrageously expensive. When we first got it in, it was, we were thinking, oh, this is great. We had a storm, and trees in the area are terrible here. They're old, they fall apart. We experienced an outage. Sitting here thinking, okay, power's gonna come back on. I'm waiting and waiting, nothing. So I call the solar company. They say, well, you don't have backup, and those panels don't produce power to the house. It's got to go through the meter. I'm like, well, nobody explained that to me. So we're sitting here, aha, guess what? You have no power for 12 hours. I don't think it was that long, but X amount of hours we didn't have power. And that's just what we thought we were getting away from, was not having power. So, an aha moment. Oh, it was, like I said, I could open the app, I could look to see how much our solar panels were producing and how much we weren't getting from OPPD. And I just felt so much better when I looked and could see that, all right, we're producing 66% of our own electricity through the panels. That means OPPD is only going to get 33% and their $30 connection fee. Awesome. We feel a lot better about it. The generator hasn't had to kick in yet, but it exercises every Monday, letting us know. That little hum back there in the back of the house lets us know that it's there just waiting to take over. As far as the solar panels, well, we're still happy we got them because we're saving money, going to be saving money. They are a little more cost efficient than I thought they would be, so we're happy. And like I said, we're just to know that the generator every Monday is telling us, I'm here, I'm ready to go. Makes us feel a lot better. The solar guy, their sales manager, gave me an inkling of the idea. He said, for us to put in backup panel and system would be this much. And I'm like, oh, you're kidding. And he said, but there are cheaper ways to do this. I'm like, so what are you saying? Well, there's Generac, there's other generator places, but he recommended Generac just because in the area the Generac name is well known. The product, I did some research. The product seems to be very reliable. The service was, local service area. So I was like, well, let's give them a call. And you came out, explained it to me very thoroughly. Took the dimensions, got us a good quote. So we did it. Just couldn't resist because we were so tired. Like I said, we were tired of paying hundreds or thousands of dollars 2 or 3 times a year for an outage. And Midwest is bad for that. But this area here is full of trees, old trees that are falling apart, so it just made more sense to get some backup rather than sitting there hoping it doesn't happen. We had looked at it 4 or 5 years. We've been looking at it. The pricing was a little high for us at that time. Our finances weren't quite squared away, but now we've got those straightened out. It was very affordable compared to losing $1,000 each year or more sometimes to power outages, the inconvenience of sitting for 10 days during the winter without any heat or electricity, and then you have to worry about pipes bursting, loss of food in the freezer, refrigerator, so many other things that go on when you lose power. Just amazing what really does cost you during the outage. All the process was great. The salesperson came out, he gave us the bid. We talked about it. It was, like I said, it was a no-brainer for us. We didn't need financing, so that was a good thing. The installation process was amazingly fast. I expected a 2-day thing, because they had to run gas line, electrical, and move this, move that. The crew came in, and 6 hours later they were gone, all complete. They were very quiet and efficient about doing the installation. I mean, we heard a little banging, some drilling, nothing really terrible. And then, like I said, 6 hours and they were done. They cleaned up the area. They replaced the dirt properly. They put what sod they had torn up, they put right back over the area. The crew leader explained how the system runs, what I needed to, that I didn't really need to do anything, that it was all right there, handled by the generator. Told me about the mobile link that you could download, and it would tell you how the generator was sitting, ready. It'd tell you when it exercised. They have a monthly service that could get more technical stuff, but I'm not really into technical stuff. I just want electricity. Well, the total cost was $39,585 and some change for the total cost, but we have financing that we use through them and it's over a 20-year period, but the panels are guaranteed for 25, so it's kind of a no-brainer. We have panels on the front, back, and one side of the house, total of 21 panels to generate the power that we're looking to get out of them, and the percentage of savings that we were, I wanted to get somewhere in 60 to 70%. Well, during the summer we're a little bit over some days, a little bit under, but we're saving quite a bit of money. And then the generator for the backup, it was a little under $12,000 for the generator to the whole system be installed, and then $229 service a year just to make sure that the oil's changed, generator's running good, all the components are in good condition, which is really, that's less than an oil change on my truck right now. So And that's once a year. I'm doing 2 oil changes a year, so kind of a good cost savings there. And the service people are in the area, so I know they're going to be, conscientious about helping me keep it running smoothly. So it's been a great experience all the way around. The solar system is supposed to generate between 18 and 20 kilowatt on an excellent day. Let's just, bright sunlight, no other problems going on. So it's about the same as our 18 kW generator. It's enough to power the whole house without overdoing, having extra just sitting there with nothing to do. And as far as the solar panel generation, I mean, like I said, the app lets you look at daily generation. You can look at the whole array and see which panel is producing how much, and you can also check to see if there's a problem with the panels. And then it gives you a weekly generation schematic to show how much you've actually taken in or generated back to the electrical company. So it's a pretty awesome system. After the initial salesperson came around and talked to us, took measurements, the tech guys called me to confirm measurements. They actually did the Google Earth picture of the house, and told me, you're going to need 21 panels. We're going to place them here. And then they said, be a couple weeks, we'll get everything laid out, the plan, all the cost and the financing. The initial cost was, made me cough and choke a little bit, but the second salesperson said, we do offer financing. It's very low interest. And the big seller was, there are rebates or tax refunds for going solar. I mean, very big, like $10,000, $15,000 refunds or rebates and tax incentives to go solar, which kind of helped me make up my mind there too. Tax, you file your taxes, but I believe it was mid-December, they'll send me out the paperwork as far as what deductions I will be able to take, and then I agreed to take that $10,000, the guaranteed $10,000 tax incentive, and feed it back to them to keep my electrical bill or my the panel bill at the same price as what I'm initially paying, which is, I mean, for what I'm paying and the interest, I couldn't say no. It's a great deal. Oh yeah, very definitely. The crew leader explained how they would interlink the two systems, basically, get the generator hooked into the solar panel system, and then how it would, the switch on the house would automatically kick on once the power was out for, I think he said like 15 seconds it takes, and it'll kick back up, the generator will kick back on and power the house. And it's explained that they just had to move a couple of wires and replace one of the solar panel boxes with the generator box to facilitate the switching. And other than that, it's great. Oh yeah, definitely. I think if your finances allow it, in the Midwest area, generators going to be a lifesaver for a lot of people. You know, I wish they could be a little more affordable so my kids, grandkids could do it, but hey, it's going to be a lifesaver for us.